Hi guys, Kiana Hanna here. I am coming to you today through a video because I'm going to replace tonight's team call with a video. I've seen some other coaches do this. It's just a way for you to get information and in a shorter time frame. And then also my daughter has brownies and she has decided that she wants to actually Girl Scouts. She wants to join Girl Scouts. Tonight's their first meeting, and it starts at 6 o'clock and goes to 7:15. So that's like right in the middle of our call. But I really have promised her that she can do it, and that's a priority, and that's important to me, and it's important to her. So because it's important to her, I should say it's important to me. So I'm going to do these videos every other week through Girl Scout season, and then this is just another way for you to get information, just like a team call, like I said, but in a shorter amount of time. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is P90. You know that P90 launched yesterday. So I posted some examples in on the team page of how to post about it. So you really just need to decide, are you going to do a test group of just P90 people, everyone's doing P90, or are you just going to use it as another program to add to your challenge group? Some of you don't like to do program-specific challenge groups, and that's okay. Just decide what you want to do and then go after that and start posting about that. So I want to make sure you understand this is a gateway program. This is a beginner program. This is one that's going to help people with hurt knees and hurt backs and people that have been struggling with injuries and people that need to get back into working out. That's why it's so great. It's replacing the old P90. Power 90. So it's something that you're going to find a lot of use in, and you're going to get a lot of clients that are asking you about it and wondering if they could do it and worried if their knees can handle it or that type of stuff. So Tony made it very clear that he wants to understand that he thinks everyone can do this. There's parts of the video that they may have to modify, but for the most part he made it so that there does not have to be modifications and that all types of levels can do it. So that's what's pretty exciting about this video and this video series. Make sure you know the basics. 90 days, okay? All videos are between 25 and 45 minutes long. It's kind of like a stepping stone. The first month it's like 20-something minutes. Second month it's 30-something minutes. Third month it's 40-something minutes. It kind of builds on their fitness as they get better and better. Make sure you know that and you understand that. Okay, also make sure that you are going to be registered for the cup. That starts, I think this Sunday is the last day that you can register. Make sure you have a team for the October Cup. Duncan, you need to go to the other room, bud. Thanks. So that is just, you don't have to do anything except pair up with a partner, only one diamond or above, and make sure that you just encourage each other and support each other and motivate each other to try to get as many Success Club points you can in October together. And then they add up your points and you can win prizes according to how many points that you win. So that is, make sure you register by this Sunday. Third thing is last week I talked about the power of 3. Total game changer, you guys. My coaches that are using it are finding success, and it is such a great way for you to just put the names down, fill it out, make sure you're talking to people, make sure you can see where your blanks are and where you're struggling with and what you need to do better at, and so that you can look at the past week and you can see what you did okay and what you need to do better next time. So that's really, really important. I also suggest that you send this to someone like a success partner, or you send it to someone like your personally sponsored coach. So I'm having my coaches send it to me on Thursday morning, so that's when they start their new week, so I can see it all filled out. I want to be able to do 15-minute calls or 15-minute, sections with them, and to talk to them about what is working for them and where they're struggling at. But this has been awesome for me to be able to track. You don't have to use mine, but you need to make sure that you're using something to track and to make sure that you are understanding who you are inviting, how many people you're talking to, and so that if you are struggling, we can figure out where you need help at and what you can do better. So the other thing is it's Wednesday night, and so make sure that you're checking the back office for your sponsorship drill down, and that you're looking for anyone in your downline that is going inactive. That is really important that you understand that, because if you don't figure that out or you don't understand that, then you might wake up tomorrow and your rank might have dropped, or you don't really understand what's going on. So understand that it's your responsibility to chat with your coaches. Okay, everyone should be checking the sponsorship drill down every week. and just know that sometimes people don't even realize they're going inactive. And all it takes is a simple conversation like, hey, you're going inactive. This is why you're going inactive, or do you know why you're going inactive? And it's simple. And that's really all I'm asking of you guys to do to make sure so that you understand where your business is headed and what's going on. All right. So tonight I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about this book I'm reading. That's what I was going to talk to you tonight. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. So I really, truly believe that people just want to feel appreciated. And the more I read this book, the more it is so true. So if you're struggling with your conversations, or you're struggling with talking to people, you don't know what to say, really all you need to focus on is talking about them. So really, this book breaks it down so easily about why so many people struggle with relationships and why so many people don't have success when talking to people or just trying to get what they want. Okay, basically the bottom line he talks about is to get what you want, you find out what the other person wants, and you talk about that. Okay, so 6 ways to make people like you and make people, and it's not just about like, oh, I want to have people like me, but it's 6 ways to have people join you, want to be passionate with you, I would say. Number 1 principle is become genuinely interested in other people. Number 2 is to smile. Number 3 is to remember that person's name. Is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language, so their name. Number 4, be a good listener and encourage others to talk about themselves. Number 5, talk in terms of other people's interests. And number 6, make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. So he did a chapter on each of those things, and it was so awesome to kind of just, and he told so many stories. It's so important to understand that people just want to feel valued and appreciated. Duncan and Leilani, you need to leave the room right now. Leave the room, please. I told you guys I'm making a video. Thank you. I'm home with my kids. Okay. So people just want to feel appreciated and accepted for who they are, and they wanted to feel interested. I mean, they want you to feel like you're interested in them. For example, I had this girl I was talking to, and we were talking about going back and forth, and she asked me about my challenge groups, and then I was telling her about them, and then she's like, yeah, but I'm not interested in that because I'm interested in yoga. And, and then we continued to talk, and then I was reading this book, and it was like the way to get people to start to do what you want, which would be for her to join my challenge group and for her to build a relationship with her and to have her as a friend in my life, was to talk about what she wanted. So I went back and I was like, oh my gosh, she loves yoga. So I asked her, how long have you been into yoga? What exactly do you do with yoga? And what type is your favorite? And you guys understand how much she wrote back. It was sentence after sentence after sentence. And we had a 30-minute conversation about yoga. I am not interested in yoga, but I actually was interested in what she was saying because she was so passionate about it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, is if you're passionate about something, people are going to want to listen. And I wanted to listen to her because she was so into yoga. And she wanted to tell me because I asked her something she was interested in. So if a conversation is stuck or you don't know what's going on, start trying to talk to people about what they are interested in. And then by the end of the conversation, she was telling me that she would love to do a challenge group and incorporate yoga into it, and that was awesome. So she's on my follow-up list for November, and I was really excited about that. And I just used a technique that they talked about in this book. But I just think it's so important to understand that being a good listener, he talks about being a good listener in here. Sometimes you don't have to say a word. You just need to listen. And then they think you're the best listener in the entire world. He talked about how he went to this person's house and they told him all about botany and these plants and everything. And at the end of the conversation, an hour later, he was telling everyone how the person that was talking was telling everyone how this guy, this author, I think his name is Dale Carnegie, was the best listener in the whole world because, he just sat there and listened, or he was the best conversationalist. And the guy was thinking in his mind, I didn't say much, but all I did was listen. And when he said things, I was like, oh, and I asked questions, but I just really listened 90% of the time. And people really want you to talk in terms of their interests. If someone is interested in cooking or someone's interested in gardening or something's passionate about, I don't know, biking or hiking, start conversations about that, because those are the things that are going to get people to start listening to what you have to say. But in order for someone to listen to what you have to say, you have to listen with intently about what's important in their life. So you got to become genuinely interested in other people. And it's so important to understand. I got to find this. I wrote this on my, if you've seen some of my posts the last week, these are all related to this book. So I look at my post, I kind of take my personal development and make it into a post. But I talked a lot about the deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. It's so important that we understand that we feel appreciated. I want you to think, like, what did you feel like when you went to, let's say, a store, like your favorite store, and they just asked all about you? They're asking about like what you liked and what made you happy and what kind of things you found that made your body look good, that you felt good in, and when was the last time that you felt sexy? What were you wearing? Think about that. Like, that makes you feel really good versus like coming into a shop and having someone take a dress off and say, this would look amazing on you because, you know, this is just the great, and this is $59.99 and it's on sale normally, yada, yada, yada. Like that, they took no interest in you. But if you walked into the store and they just started asking questions about you, you feel really appreciated and you feel like, wow, like this person is awesome. Okay, that's the kind of person that you want to be. You want to take interest in other people so that when you have something to say, they listen. And really, all of our deepest, I guess our deepest desire is to feel appreciated. I mean, when's the last time that you felt appreciated? Remember what that felt like? It feels good. It feels good for someone to say, thank you so much for helping me, or just thank you so much for doing this or doing that. And little phrases like, would you be so kind to, or won't you please, or would you mind, or thank you. Little courtesies like these are so important to everyday life, and they breed value to people. So it's really important and to really think about how you're talking to people. The one thing about smiling, yes, we talk about smiling in real life, like smiling when you're having conversations with people, because that's a nice thing. But there's also studies of telemarketers who are forced to smile when they talk, and they tend to have a different tone in their voice. So it's important for you, and then not just a tone in their voice, but they've also done it with people that have to type emails. And when they're smiling, they tend to portray themselves in a different way. So it is proven that smiling not only, you look like a happier person, but you also treat people differently. Like, you are kinder to people, and people relate to you in a better way. So yes, when you are writing your messages, smile to yourself. Like, this is fun. We get to do fun things. We're truly helping people. Okay. When you're posting on your page and you're posting about something that's awesome, like, I hope you're smiling, because that's going to come across in your post and your tone and your emotions that you portray. All these things are going to come across. Whereas if you're posting and you're pissed off and you just got in a fight with your husband, or you just got in a fight with your kids and you're mad and you're like, oh, I have to answer this message, I promise you that comes across to your customers. So take a step back. Make sure that you are smiling when you're responding, and that you're understanding that that they know. People want to feel appreciated, and a way to do that is by listening. And it's so important to treat people the way that you want to be treated. It talks basically the golden rule, like, listen to people genuinely and treat people that you want to be treated. The other thing is names. Like, remember, a person's name is like the person's sweetest language. People love to hear their name. So if you can remember someone's name, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm so bad at this. Like, I would go to my child's daycare center, or not daycare, sorry, preschool, and all these moms would say hi, and I'd meet them, and I literally meet them, and then like 10 seconds later I forget their name, and I'm like, shoot. So now I try to relate it with something in my head. Okay, like I rhyme it with something, or I think about something in my head that I can remember her name, because it is amazing when I'm walking down the hall and I'm like, hey, Sarah, or hey, Jessie, and they're like, eyes light up. They're super excited that I know their name. Everyone wants you to know their name, and it's just common courtesy, and it makes them feel like they're the most important person in the room when you say their name. So remember people's names. That will help. And then when you're contacting someone, instead of just sending them a blank message, like always use their name. Like, hey Susan, just trying to make sure that or just trying to get back with you, I'm following up with you. Don't just say just following up with you, wanted to see what you're doing. Always use their name. Okay. And always get people to talk about themselves, you guys, because if if the conversation's or it's not moving anywhere, just ask about them. Just keep asking about them and figure what they like to do and talk about that, because everyone has something that they're super passionate about and super interested in, and talk in the term of the person's interests. So how to win friends and influence people are simple. It's be the kind of person that you would want to be around, and treat people the way that you want to be treated, and understand that we're all human. Every single person that you're talking to is human, and they all struggle, and we all have different personalities, but these are the basics of all human beings, is that we all want to feel appreciated, we all want to feel loved, and we all want to feel respected. So focus on these things in a nutshell, and you will start seeing a difference in your conversations. So I know some people said they want to talk about Shakeology, and I wanted to make sure that I just addressed it real quick. But Shakeology is one of those things that you have to do the research. You need to make sure that you are finding an ingredient each week and researching it, or just looking into Shakeology, and go on your website and read the information that we're giving to our customers. Because it's so important to understand what you're sending your customers and the value of Shakeology. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't understand the value of Shakeology, your customers never will. If you think it's too expensive, your customers will always think it's too expensive. So you have to get down to the dirty, I like to call the dirty, break it down, find 5 or 6 ingredients that are just the bomb.com, which they have 70, so you can find 5. Know those ingredients like the back side of your hand, and shout those out to people. If people say, what's so good about Shakeology, you should know that it has more vitamin C in it, than you need for the entire day. And that it has probiotics in it, and it has digestive enzymes in it that helps break down certain things, and that you can be regular with this. And then it has certain ingredients in it like camu root and acai berries, certain things that actually affect your sight. Okay, better sight. People proclaim that Shakeology helps their skin. I guarantee you it does. People say that it helps their hair. Look into it. Don't make these things up. You can listen to other people's stories and share those, but you find what Shakeology does for you, and you share that, and you start talking about what it does for your customers, and you share that. And when you share those things, that is going to be when people see passionate in your voice. But you have to talk about it, and you have to share about it. You can't just part of this business, you have to share the fitness side, you have to share the nutrition side, and you have to share the coaching opportunity. Those are the 3 things that are going to help you be successful. So you got to share it without selling it, okay? Because no one wants to hear you spew it all over your page. But you got to be passionate about it. Like, what has it done for you? Like, get people talking about it. Like, what is it in Shakeology that makes you feel good? What is it that you enjoy about it? What is it? Why are you taking it? Okay. So if I was someone that was just brand new, spanking new about, into Beachbody, and you're trying to explain to me what Shakeology is, you should be able to tell me that in like 3 to 5 sentences. I don't want a paragraph this long with 17 videos about what to know about it. Yes, have 1 or 2 videos, or have videos in your mind where if someone says, well, what ingredients are in it? You know that there's one in the back office about Tony Horton's ingredients. Or if someone talks to you about it being so expensive, you can send them a video about how they compare it to other meals in the back office. They have a video where they compare it to certain things, and they break it down into a weekly grocery and then a daily grocery. And it becomes a perspective of people going, oh, I think I can afford that. So it's your job to be an advocate for your own business, and it's your job to understand that you need to know products. So just like P90X, when it comes out, we need to know it, and we probably need to do it to understand. Just like, the new Insanity Max 30 is coming out in December. Like, don't expect to share it if you're not going to do it. Yes, you could probably sell it and recommend it, because we all love Beachbody products, but you're going to get so much more, or so many more people interested if you know more about it and you can share stories about it. All right? So those are my tips for this week, you guys, and I hope that this has helped you think about how you talk to people, and how you can share Shakeology in a more passionate and positive way. And just realize we all go through objections. We all have people that are going to say no to us. We all have naysayers and negative people in our life, but don't focus on those people. You just live your life with integrity and passion, and you move forward, and you work your business that way. Because I promise you, when you do that, you will attract like-minded individuals that will all do the same thing, that will all be your tribe, because that's what we're doing in this business. We're trying to build our own tribe. You know, my coaches, the personally sponsored coaches, are my tribe. You people are my tribe, because we think alike, we work together, and we are more positive together. So you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to check your back office for your downline to make sure that everything is all in order, and that you're looking to make sure that if you have any concerns or questions, you talk to your personally sponsored coach, or you can post it in the team page. Talk to you guys later. Bye.